Hello again, everybody. Bo James here, welcoming you into another episode of Southern States Wrestling. I want to kick the program off with a big thank you, a very special thank you to everybody that came out Sunday night, August the 11th, right there in Kingsport, Tennessee, our home area, for a big benefit fundraiser for Don and Sandy Wright and their family and their grandchildren lost everything in a fire back on July the 4th. Great night of wrestling. The auction went well, and I'm happy to say that we raised just shy of $1,600 there for the family that night. So thank you once again for coming out and helping out a family so deeply rooted in the history of professional wrestling right here in our home market, our home area, East Tennessee. I also want to talk about a little sad news, some news that we kind of knew was coming for some time, but no matter when you know it's coming, you can never be prepared for it. I'm talking about the passing of a Tennessee legend, and Mr. Eddie Marlin, a huge star in the 50s, 60s, and 70s inside the ring, promoter outside the ring in the 80s and 90s, known for his time dealing with Memphis wrestling, one of a true Southern gentleman in professional wrestling that I've met over the years. Just a tremendous man. What a wonderful man, and he's going to be missed by everyone that ever cross paths with him in his lifetime. And we want to take a few moments here and share some memories and give a 10-bell salute to Eddie Marlin, who we lost just a few days ago. You saw it. Thank you for the memories, Mr. Marlin. I know that anybody that ever saw you as a wrestler, anybody that, like myself, that grew up on Memphis wrestling, when Lance Russell would say, "Can we get Eddie Marlin out here? We need some help. Can we get Eddie?" We knew the cavalry was coming, and he was going to lay down law and order, and he was going to make sure that it was done right. Mr. Marlin is loved by his family, loved by his fans, and he's going to be missed by everyone once again. Now let's get into our first break here this week to show you something new on the Southern States Wrestling Network that you can see right now.
from Harlan, Kentucky, Ross Bray. And his opponent from Kingsport, Tennessee, Dustin Steele. Time limits 15 minutes or the first call.
You've heard the introductions, and the referee has called for the bell. Here we go. Young Ross Bray making his Southern States Wrestling debut, taking on Dustin Steele. And I've said this in Dustin's matches in the past, he worries too much about trying to get the fan approval, and it kind of gets him off to a slow start each time out. Is there he was clapping, trying to cheerlead the people into cheering for him, and Ross Bray able to come out and get his arm, but you see Dustin there with a nice reversal, holding on to that arm, full arm dragon twist once again. Ross Bray with a roll through, nice kip up, and takes his arm with authority where both men went down. Just trying to pull it out of the socket right there. Trying to put a little extra pressure on the shoulder joint. Now into a hammerlock. Went for a headlock there, and Dustin able to duck out of the way. Now Dustin ends up with a side headlock. In control. Across the ring he goes and just runs over his man with a big tackle. Across the ring once again, Ross Bray going for the hip toss. Dustin able to block it. And a big hip toss on Bray, who decides to take to the outside of the ring and probably try to slow Dustin down here. Have a nice word or two with the fans there. As you can see, he's already endured himself. And Dustin's going to go right after him right here. Both men on their horses around the ring. Ross Bray back into the ring and ahead of Dustin and just stomps him right in the side, right in the ribs there. Now stomping him in the head and shoulder. And again, and again, and again. He has Dustin in trouble already. Dustin may have been better off staying in the ring. Takes him right over. I've always said if all else fails, choke a man. Boy, he's not even choking him. He's standing right on top of him on the shoulder and neck right there. Added pressure. Across the ring goes Bray. Driving him throat first into that second rope. We may have a pinfall right here. Lazy cover. If he would have covered him more, he may have been able to get the pinfall right there. Nice chin lock with the knee right in the middle of between the shoulder blades, pulling back on his chin. Dustin trying to work his way up, trying to get out of this. Up to one knee, up to his feet, elbow. Another elbow. Across the ring goes Dustin. Sunset flip, roll through. Oh, and just stomped Dustin right there. Just stomped a mud hole in him. Once again, a lazy cover. You got to get your weight across the upper torso, and you got to hook a leg. And now Bray worrying way too much about the fans, arguing with the fans at ringside, giving Dustin a chance to get back to his feet. Dustin making the best out of it. Across the ring. Big leg lariat right there from Dustin Steele. Nice hook, nice cover. And Bray able to kick out. It's going to take more to beat this young man. His debut here in Southern States Wrestling comes in with a lot of hype behind him, that this man will do anything to win. He will put his body on the line with some daredevil high-flying moves and a kick right in the face. Dustin retaliates with a flying clothesline, both men down. These two men are going for that home run. They're not going to play small ball here. They're going to try to knock it out of the park and put their opponent away as soon as they can. It is near 100 degrees outside here at the Gray Block Party. Always a great time at the Appalachian Fairgrounds for Summer Bash. Dustin back to his feet. Big right hand. And another one from Ross Bray, and you can hear them all across the fairgrounds. Short jab to the midsection. Setting Dustin up. Dustin able to reverse it across the ring. Ooh. Drove his face and a knee. Two knees right into the face of Dustin. Bray backs up across the ring. Here he comes, and a third knee right into the chin. Follows it up with a big one. I thought he was going for a suplex, but he put him down there. Could this be it? Dustin barely able to get his shoulder up. Both of these men want to get a win here at Summer Bash, and Bray is worrying too much about the people. Every time he has Dustin where he wants him, I think he's choking him right there. No, referee Jake Booth in with a count. Every time that Ross Bray seems to have Dustin right where he wants him, he worries too much about the fans at ringside and has to argue with them, yell at them, and it gives Dustin a chance to get back up. And then now he dumps Dustin out onto the asphalt here at the fairgrounds. What's this young man doing? Nope. Another kick right in the face. Springboard. Moonsault, both knees right in the back of Dustin's neck and head. He may be able to roll him in the ring and finish him off right here. Just dead weight trying to get Dustin back in the ring. You can tell Dustin is hurt from that. Could this do it? Dustin barely able to get a shoulder up. Ross Bray had him, I thought, if he would have maybe got him in the ring just a fraction of a second faster, he would have been able to beat him. Setting Dustin up for something else, arguing with the people, taking his time. What's he going for here? Oh my goodness. I don't know if Dustin shook the rope or he just missed his mark, but Ross Bray about cuts himself in two on the top rope. Dustin has him. Stunner off of the top rope. And there's the 3 count, and your winner this week here on the Spotlight match, Dustin Steele, picks up a win. Dustin becoming very popular, moving up in the ratings here in Southern States Wrestling. You can tell the effects of the heat, the effects of the massive moves that these two were doing on each other, going out there trying to get the win, and you see Dustin get his hand raised. A good win here for Dustin Steele this week on Southern States Wrestling, and I'm sure we have not seen or heard the last from Mr. Ross Bray, who leaves in disgust and heartbreak on losing here tonight. Welcome back, Southern States Wrestling. You saw it there once again, the Southern States Wrestling Network. Got to say this real fast. If you watched the program, as you've been watching the entire program, you saw a match from Summer Bash 2019 just a few weeks ago there in Gray, Tennessee, with me calling the action. When that event goes up on the network just in the coming days here in the month of August, you will hear the voice of Southern States Wrestling for many, many years, Joe Wheeler calling the action. We use a different voice track when we use it for episodes of Southern States Wrestling. I call the action, but you'll hear Joe Wheeler call all the action. You'll be able to watch that event in its entirety on the Southern States Wrestling Network coming up. Something else coming up Sunday, August 25th, Carroll County Fair right there in Hillsville, Virginia. Always a great time in Hillsville, Virginia. And I want to talk just for a moment about what's going to be happening with me in Hillsville, Virginia. A few months ago, I went to wrestle for All-Star Wrestling there in Virginia. And when I got there, the promoter said, "I've got you teamed up with the Mega Destroyer tonight." And I said, "That's not going to work." I said, "I've had all kinds of problems with him. Once before, we were tag champions. We were a great team. But Lemon Juice McGee and Sean Cruz and these other people got in his ear, and it caused all kinds of trouble." And the promoter said, "Well, it's just going to be you and him." And I said, "I'm willing to try to stick my hand out and make up for it. Let's try to work through these problems, because he has been a friend of mine for many years." Well, we were able to win the All-Star Tag Team Championships right there in Giles County, West Virginia, back in the spring. Kind of kept it quiet, didn't talk a whole lot about it because I didn't know what was going to happen with me and the Mega Destroyer. Well, we got to the New River Valley Fair, and I'm going to show you a piece of video right here in just a second. Wayne Atkins and Frank Parker against myself and the Mega Destroyer. Wayne Atkins got the pinfall on me, won the tag team titles, and from there it just went right back, history repeating itself between myself and the Mega Destroyer. Let's take a look at this piece of video. Here we are at the New River Valley Fair, as I said, in Dublin, Virginia. The match had just ended. Wayne Atkins getting a pinfall on me with a legal move. My only question about what had happened was I was not the legal man tagged in the ring. All four of us ended up in the ring. I was questioning the referee how he could count the 3 count on the man that was not legal in the match. But the Mega Destroyer would hear no part of anything. He was upset. He was being his grumpy self, complaining, arguing with the referee, arguing with me, arguing with the ring announcer, everybody else there. You know, and I've said this in the past, me and him made a great team, but it seems that is not possible anymore. There's no way, since Lemon Juice McGee and Sean Cruz and everybody got in the Destroyer's ear, that I am going to be able to deal with this man. As you can see right here, things are getting heated. He's starting to poke me. I'm trying to explain to him, look, I got beat, and I got beat legally. There's nothing we can do about it. I'm trying to, and he shoves me right there. And I'm not going to take that. I shove him back, and you see here it turns to fisticuffs. The Destroyer getting the upper hand on me right here because I was not expecting to fight him that night. He's got me in the corner. You see referee Patrick Purdue trying to stop it. The ring announcer's telling him to stop. Mega Destroyer wants no part of it. He's trying to hurt me right here, and I'm not going to stand for it long. All I needed was a break, and right here's the break, as I can get 2 elbows in there. That big Tennessee soup bone, a big chop, another chop, and you see the Destroyer go down, and you see him head for the heels. When things are even, or when things are straight up and up between him and whoever else it is, he does not stick around very long. We'll come up the 25th of August right there, Hillsville, Virginia. It's the Mega Destroyer, and it's me, and we're going to find out once and for all which one of us is the toughest between us. There you see it, Sunday night, Sunday afternoon, make that. Sunday afternoon, 3 p.m., August 25th, Carroll County Fair, Hillsville, Virginia. Wrestling free with paid admission to the fair. Always a great time. The grandstands are always full. The chairs are always full. It's always a great day of wrestling at the Carroll County Fair, so hope to see a lot of you up there for that. Next week, next episode, you're going to see Nate Diamond, a popular young star from the state of Virginia, battle Joe Briggs, a former TV champion here in Southern States Wrestling. These two men have been having a heated feud in the Virginias and Carolinas, and you're going to see some of the action right here on the next episode. Plus, we're going to bring you up to date on what's new on the Southern States Wrestling Network, plus where you can see the stars that you watch right here on Southern States Wrestling when they come to a town near you. Until then, God bless each and every one of you. So long from the Volunteer State.